Can I help you? Can I help you? We coming for you. Me and the girls, we coming. Hey everybody, I'm Mama Baird and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have another food bank haul for you. I'm outside filming this intro because I was out here doing some morning chores and it was just beautiful. So I was like, you know what? The kids are gonna be waking up soon, so let's get out here right now and let's film this intro. Now this is our local food bank. They are switching things up a bit. You used to be able to go every day if you need to, but now they're changing it to once a week only. So once a week, and I think they're gonna be handing out vouchers. So you cash in a voucher per item. So they're really starting to limit stuff at our local food bank. A lot of you have mentioned that they already have these kind of limits or restrictions at yours, and some are even more limited where you're only allowed to go once every other week. So that's one of the changes that will be coming up soon. They have warned you when you're filling out the forms, they have like a notification that's going to be changing. I'm not quite sure of exactly when they're going to start implicating that. I usually go once a week anyway, so that's not really a big deal and doesn't really affect me. But for those who like to go every day, who need to go every day, that's really going to affect them. If you're new to the channel, my name is Carolina, and I'm just here to let you know that it's okay to utilize your local food bank. There's a lot of people who spread a lot of shame out there, and I'm beginning to really hate that word. I get told that I should feel shamed for going to the food bank, for utilizing it, because I'm taking from those who are needier than me or who need it more than me. I'm making those who work and pay for their food. I'm not working as hard as they are because I'm choosing to utilize my local food bank, whereas they choose to work a second job to afford the current rate of food. The cost of living is just absolutely atrocious right now. And you know, some people choose to get a second job. They feel like that's what they need to do to provide for their family. Me, I feel like for me to provide for my family, I need to be home. I need to be homeschooling. I need to be here. I utilize my local food bank so I can afford to stay home and raise my children. Now, I still go to the grocery store. I still go shopping. I still go to Costco. I have gotten comments that if I can afford to shop at Costco, then I shouldn't be going to the food bank. But I disagree with that as well. Costco costs me $5 a month to be a member, and I save so much in gas alone because it's usually 10 cents cheaper to go to Costco than it is to get at your local gas station. So to me, that is a savings right there. And then you also save money by buying in bulk. So I'm all about teaching people how to find your local resources to help beat this inflation, to help beat the cost of living crisis. And the worst part about it is that most of the time the food bank food, this is food that would have gotten thrown away if it wasn't donated to the food bank. So I don't want anybody to ever feel bad if they need to go to the food bank. So I just want to encourage everybody out there that there is help. Please find it if you need it. There's no need for you to be struggling. There's no need for you to be going without meals. There's no need for you to be feeding your kids tomato soup for breakfast, lunch, and dinner just to prove that you can make it and you don't need help. So many of us are struggling, please go get the help if you need it. I have resources listed below for that. I also like to do a lot of pantry cooking and homesteading and preserving. I like to have Friday night lives where I have you guys on and I just kind of chat with you while I'm cooking up something. It's usually a surprise, whatever I feel like cooking, or I'll pick a dish in particular that I want to learn how to make and we'll learn how to make it together. So I usually do those at 6:30 Mountain Time. I would love for anybody to join. All right, so let's get in the kitchen and let's see what I got this week at my local food pantry. Hi guys, welcome to the kitchen. So I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna show you what I got. Now I'm gonna start with the meat just because that's right here. First thing, you could pick one from the beef and one from the chicken sections or the pork. I only did the beef and the chicken. So I got some beef fajita strips. I'm guessing it's because it says seasoned. So it's pre-seasoned, super quick to just easily throw in a pan and get this cooked up real quick. And this is almost 2.5 pounds of meat. So that's a really good amount of meat. I was happy to grab that. And then they had some chicken breast tenders. So these are pre-cut into tenders, something that would be super easy to just thaw and make chicken tenders for the kids. So that was nice to grab that. And this was 1 pound, 1.85 pounds, so almost 2 pounds. And then for the dairy, I was allowed 1/2 gallon of 1% milk. And then they had a 50/50 from this Kalispell Creamery. This is my favorite brand of milk. And it has the cream on top. You can see the little cream there. So I was happy to grab one of these. This is gonna be going in my coffee this week. Speaking of coffee, they had coffee. This is from the Good Food Store mystery brand of coffee. No idea, but it's already pre-ground. Smells better than my firstborn child. I love it. Okay. So I got some coffee, super excited about that. For the breads, we are allowed to grab 2. I grabbed some sliced sourdough for sandwiches, and then they had more of this blueberry muffin bread, which is really good. It just smells like a muffin, you know, well, obviously it smells like a muffin, and it has chunks of real blueberries in there. I'm really surprised. So we grabbed this. We like to make this for French toast for breakfast. And then in the pantry, they had some chili with beans, so I grabbed 2 cans of that. In the extra area, they had some dishwasher detergent samples. I probably do about 2 loads of dishes a day. So this is 2 days worth of dishes, so that's nice. They had some baked crackers, Ritz crackers, whole wheat, which we don't mind. Ritz crackers are the bomb, so whole wheat or not. They had some guacamole. I love guacamole. And this one looks really good too. It looks like it's missing the cilantro. I don't see a single thing of cilantro in there. Oh, maybe that little dot right there. So we might have to mix some extra cilantro in this. And then major score, look at this big old bottle. This is roasted pineapple and habanero glaze. This is 40 ounces. It has wonderful ingredients: cane sugar, pineapple, cider vinegar, water, roasted yellow and red peppers, red onion, green onion, lemon juice, mango, roasted pineapple, habanero cherry flakes, and that's it. So this looks really good. It says it's on the mild side, even though it has habanero, so I'm guessing it's kind of sweet. But this looks really good. It says it's good for chips, chops, over cream cheese, and more. So I'm excited to open this up, see what it tastes like, and see what I can do with it. And then for the fruits and veggies, I grabbed 1 bag that has some red bell peppers in it, as well as some tomatoes. So I grabbed one of those. And then they had tons of watermelon, so I grabbed one. She hollow, so hopefully it's juicy. And then as we were leaving, a lady was offering people her watermelon as they were coming out. She's like, do you want my watermelon? I'm not gonna need it. And 3 people said no. And then she got to me and I was like, you don't want your watermelon? She's like, no. She's like, I was headed back in. I was like, well, I did grab one. And she saw the 3 kids and she's like, well, would you eat it? I was like, well, yeah, my 3 kids would. She's like, here, take mine too. I'm like, oh, thank you. So I just want people to know that you're not being greedy by taking more and by taking what people have to offer you for free. You're not being greedy by accepting that. She wanted me specifically to have this because they know how sometimes this stuff goes to waste because people don't know what to do with it. Some people don't know how to cut open a watermelon. Some people can't eat a whole watermelon by themselves and they'd rather give it to a big family who could eat 2 watermelons. So I don't want you to feel bad about that. It is your call on whether you want to accept extra food or not. I recently just got a freeze dryer So I'm gonna throw some in my freeze dryer to experiment with and see how that works. Because we're gonna eat one whole watermelon. So now this gives me an extra watermelon that I can preserve and save for my family for later. So that's just something to consider when going to your local food bank, that if you get offered more, I don't want you to feel bad to accept it. As long as you find a way to preserve it and feed it to your family and it doesn't go to waste, take that extra food that's offered to you. So this is all that I got on my haul this week. Hey everybody, welcome back. I got my apron on and I decided that I'm going to be making up some watermelon salsa. It recently got posted in my Facebook group. If you are not a part of it, it is Mama Baird's Homestead. So we just post a lot of recipes on there, overall support for each other. I also will have behind the scenes pictures, or I'll be like, hey, what do you guys think of this video? Or what do you think of this idea? And I'll get your guys' feedback exclusively from my Facebook group to help influence the content that I'm putting out for my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in joining that, go right ahead and do it. And so someone has posted, I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was. You posted about a watermelon salsa. And I thought that was a great idea, and I just happened to get a giant watermelon. So we're gonna do that. The recipe though, this is the recipe that I have printed. Just a simple watermelon salsa. I'm going to use a couple of different preserved items for it though. Usually everything would be fresh, but I have some freeze-dried red onions, so we're gonna give these a try. One thing about preserving is that sometimes you're intimidated to actually use it. Like, it takes you forever to preserve it, and then you preserve it and you're like, well, now what do I do with it? So I don't want that to happen to me with my freeze-dried items, so I'm really trying to incorporate them into my everyday cooking. So I'm going to be using freeze-dried red onion, and that's how I learn about them, right? Because I haven't rehydrated red onion or jalapeno peppers yet. So these are freeze-dried jalapeno peppers. We're going to use those. We're also using freeze-dried cilantro. And then I have some canned fresh lime juice we are going to use for it. And then some salt. And then our fresh cilantro. And now it does not, and then our fresh watermelon. Now it does not call for red bell pepper, but I happen to get fresh red bell pepper on my haul. So I want to add something fresh to it just in case these aren't quite the texture we're looking for. We'll still have some sweet crunch. So I'm going to add that as well as the watermelon. But first, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna open it up. This is actually not to its expiration date, I'm sure, yes, November of 23. So it's coming up, but guys, expiration date is more of just like a Best By. That's actually what it says, BB is Best By date. So I don't want you to be intimidated by expiration dates and think that you have to eat it by then or else you're going to get sick and kill your family. Like, that's really not how it is. It's just the Best By date is something that they have to put on there for like the health department, but they have expiration dates on bottled water. So just keep that in mind. I mean, this is sealed. This would probably be good for years and years after its Best By date. And since it's a sealed top, I can repurpose this jar. Oh, this is gonna be good. Should add some of this to the watermelon salsa. Wow. This looks like high quality, like homemade. This is a Robert Rothschild brand. Interesting. Has anybody heard of this brand? What's your experience with it? This looks pretty darn good. So I'm opening up the wheat crackers. I got some of the times the kids get this little cream cheese in their breakfasts, and it's a lot of cream cheese for only half of a bagel. So I usually have an extra one. I stretch it out. Oh, depressing. It's a crumbly cracker. Let's try this. I want a full cracker. Gentle, Carolina, gentle. And the perfect smear. Yeah. I'll use my cool guy. That. Pineapple. And this is roasted red pepper. This makes me want to roast some of those red peppers. I have some, but I didn't really get the char on the red peppers because I used my flat top. So I want to really get a good char on these red peppers and then do some canned roasted red peppers, you know. All right, let's give it a try. It says it's mild, but it's got a little heat to it. Oh, that's good. You're full? All right. All right, just leave them there. Maybe Gabi will want them. She's outside. All right, one more and then we'll start prepping. Oh, that one's got a long strip of jalapeno. I love pineapples so much. Pineapple's my favorite. And you guys know it helps regulate blood sugar as well. So this is technically healthy for me. Oh. Wait till husband tries that. We'll put it on some chicken. Alright, let's get over here now that I'm done eating. So first thing I'm gonna do is measure out the items that I have freeze dried first. So we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of red onions, 1 large jalapeno. So I'll just say a 1/4 cup as well. That looks about right. Maybe a little more than that, but that's okay. And then a 1/3 cup of cilantro. It's completely flaky. You see that? Like it's just powder. It's crazy. Alright, then I'm going to use I got this new electric mason jar sealer. Watch this. And just like that, it's sealed. Alright, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of water to this. And we'll see how that goes. Got another cup here. There's a spoon. Already looks like it's rehydrating. The cilantro is no longer crunchy. Keep pushing it down there. Just like that. All my jars are sealed. It's awesome. Alright, so I'm going to continue to let that soak. I might add just a splash more water. What was that, like a tablespoon? We'll let that continue to hydrate. And then I'm going to cut my pepper. I think I'm just going to do half of the pepper. So I like to cut the ends off and then make my pepper flat. And then you can cut this membrane off if you don't like it. Hold it flat. You do kind of want to tuck your fingers in, make kind of like a claw, so that way the knife won't get you. Go as slow as you need to. You should let the knife do the work for you. I like to start at the top, go down, slice, and then make a pile, kind of rotate them. Then we have a diced red pepper. And I'll just cut this up. Don't piece that end. It just makes the pepper easier to cut if you do the end separate. Alright. It's about half a cup of red pepper. Cut this watermelon. Alright, so I'm going to cut it. Since my knife is kind of smaller than the length of the watermelon, I'm gonna just try and cut it in half. Alright. So I cut a little, a little too much off there. So I'm just gonna take my knife. Watch your hands. There we go. dig that out a little bit. You can munch on it, give it to the children. Let's give it a taste. Pretty good. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut both ends off. You gotta do multiple turns, that's fine. I like to spin it on one end, and then I cut it this way. You could also cut it in half. Let's just do that. Let's just cut it in half. Find where you had cut, put your knife on this end. And then if it doesn't end up perfect, see, mine didn't end up perfect. That's okay. Look how red that is. It's gorgeous. Alright, then I'm just gonna start cutting. Kind of just follow the rind. If you need to cut it like that, just in sections and not in one smooth slice, that is fine as well. You just want to get all this white off. The white is bitter. I'm actually going to be making watermelon rind pickles as well, to give those a try. Has anybody ever made watermelon rind pickles? Apparently they're pretty good. So might as well give it a try, see if they're any good. That'll be a different video though, because I'm sure they're gonna need time to sit. Alright, so now I'm gonna cut this pretty thin to kind of match the size of all the other vegetables I have in this. Alright, we are looking for roughly 3 cups. So I have a 4-cup measuring cup here. Put that a little bit there. I'm just going to kind of hold them all together. Make sure it's sliced all the way through. And I'm going to do little cubes. Because you want this to eat, we're going to be shooting to eat this with a tortilla chip. So you want it the size of salsa. If you have a chopper, this would be a good time to break out the chopper as well. Kind of just hold it together with one hand and then slowly dice with the other. Take your time. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you don't want to rush it. There we go. Get out any of these seeds. I see. Alright, there's our 3 cups. A little bit extra here. I can definitely see making a like quadruple batch of this or something for a large party. Alright, I'm gonna clean my board real quick. Alright, so I'm gonna add the red peppers. Then let's add our onions, jalapenos, and cilantro. Probably gonna need a bigger bowl. Oh wait, dang it, this was our extra. What are you doing, Carolina? Well, it looks like I'm gonna be turning this into... Oh well, I messed it up. Now I gotta do it all. Then we're gonna add about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then we're adding a 1/4 cup of lime juice. Alright. stir. Okay. That's some good looking watermelon salsa right there. Man. Alright, I got some chips. Oh, that's a good bite. I got the onion, the watermelon, the jalapeno, and the pepper. That's really good. Ooh, the jalapeno is still spicy. That's a good looking bite right there. Mm-hmm. Mmm.
Why does it taste like jalapeno?
I made it into a salsa. That's just watermelon. Man, that is really good. I can definitely see you walking around with a bowl of that and just Well guys, if you want to get creative and try something new with your watermelon, and that only took 3 cups of watermelon, it really wasn't that much. I still have like 3/4 of a watermelon left to be able to have plenty for eating, and now I get to try something new, and I'm definitely going to be making some of that for my next summer potluck. Thanks for coming along and seeing what I got at the food bank this week and what I made from it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time on Mama Beards. I'm not gonna lie. Ow, that's my toe. Get out of here, chickens. Caught a chicken. What? I'm trying. Do you mind? Oh, look at that. Look at that. I can hold a chicken. There we go. It's okay. This is Roxy. Please don't poop on me. They're a little spoiled if you can't tell. We hatched this one ourselves. Huh. She's very talkative. She's pecking my toes. Ow! Do you mind? Shiny? Shiny? I don't have any food for you. I'm trying to do a video. Are you trying to steal the limelight? Look, someone else is trying to make the noise too. If you would hold on, I can go take care of you in a minute. Are you gonna fly? You went down? You went down? Alright, get down. No? Sure, get down. Come on. There we go. Okay. Where was I?